Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me again. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you've had a fantastic week so far. Elfish is in the house again. Good afternoon. So, yeah, today we're going to be covering some things, some overnight movers, particularly Bitcoin and Solana have not moved a great deal compared to yesterday, but there's still plenty to cover and some things to follow on from yesterday. Thanks for joining, Jordan. No pressure. So, yeah, it's going well so far, to be honest. This is the what did we? So we did Thursday, Friday last week, and then you're gonna fire this. Brilliant, fantastic. Yeah, I've put it on the Stonksy one, and I retweeted it on the CSE one. Good afternoon, Valerio. How are you doing? Yeah, so Jordan's putting us under the spot today. So yeah, let's crack on. And if you do have any questions, yeah, just make sure you pop them in the comment box and I will get to them. So first things first, obviously, as you can see on the 10-minute chart, which we've covered over the last few days on Bitcoin, that caught the whole move up. It got into it on Tuesday morning, and it closed it out today about 8:30 UTC. So that is closed now. Yesterday, it was still riding it around here, but it's closed out, and currently there's no change, no color on the 10-minute chart. So if we have a quick look at the move, Stonksy captured in the end. So from open until close, it caught 9%. But if you decided to manually close a bit higher, you probably got anywhere between 10 and 11%. So that was a fantastic indication by Stonksy this week on Bitcoin. And as we've covered previously in the last few days, the 10-minute chart has proved to be exceptional so far this week across all things. We've had some really big movers. Yeah, definitely. Like Jordan's just said in the comments, if you've not seen it yet and you happen to have missed it, the alerts for the background color change have gone live. I could do a quick demonstration, but a full tutorial is on the YouTube channel. Just fantastic. Yeah, I bet that's gone right through you then, hasn't it? Yeah, well, it obviously has, yeah. Yeah, so a full tutorial on how to use the alerts is on the YouTube channel if you want to go and head over to there. But essentially what you can do, if I just show you really quickly, is you can go to alert, condition, if you change to Stonksy, and then you can change to any of the variables in this top bit. This is all the background color change. Too much information, yeah. Nice visual to have in your man of Jordan's bowel movements at the moment. But yeah, so pretty much the short lowdown of it is you go to Stonksy and then you choose which one you want, and then you can alter these for how you need it. But if you head over to the YouTube channel, yeah, I will drop a link in at the end of the stream. But if you just type in Stonksy indicator, you'll be able to see it and have a watch through there on how you do it. So yeah, that's Bitcoin on the 10-minute so far. So if we scroll down to the 30-minute, we're still riding the trend on the 30 minutes, not closed out yet. So if Bitcoin gets another move up today, the 30-minute will likely carry on catching it. So we're not closed out on the 30-minute yet, like we've been covering. And then if we scroll down to the 3-minute, we've not covered the 3-minute past few days. But if you are a scalper and you're into your fast in and out trades, like previously discussed, and you can see examples all throughout the day of just quick fire trades that Stonksy catches on the 3-minute chart, just quick in and out over the course of an hour, potentially 2 hours. You do get the odd one that opens and closes quickly, but that's just because of the short time frame. But as you can see, the 3-minute proves to be extremely successful and has a very small loss rate from the testing that we've done. So yes, the 3 minute is one for the scalpers for sure. And then you could even go down to the 1 minute if you wanted to, if you really wanted to test yourself. But yeah, I suppose that depends how quick fire you are. So we've got 18 people in, thanks to Jordan so far. I think we might maybe get the record. I think the most we had so far is 20. So maybe we're going to get the record. So the first one altcoin we're going to look at is ZEC. So ZEC is one of the biggest movers in the top 100 today. And as you can see, on Monday, we got the green background indication there and has caught the trend really nice. So if we move from open until close, can we get Stonksy with crypto? Yes, Hussein, yes. So Stonksy works on crypto, stocks, commodities, FX, indices. It does it all. So yes, you can apply it to anything. Like you can see, I've just pulled up ZEC. You know, pretty much anything that's on TradingView, you can apply Stonksy to. So yeah, I will. I'll drop the website in to the comment section. Can I put it on full screen? If you want to, it just means I can't really grab any of the tools. But if you want it on full screen, yeah, there you go. I won't keep this on full screen because, yeah. So yeah, currently it's at 18% upside move on ZEC on the 30-minute, and then it's been as high as 24%. So if you manually close potentially on the peak, you know, you're up 20+% potentially. But Stonksy's still riding the green background and is 18% up at the moment. So that is on ZEC. So the next one we're going to cover is Solana on the 10-minute. So it's another example of the 10-minute chart working superbly. So if we scroll out and take a look. So Stonksy got into the long on the 10-minute on Solana on Tuesday and has just exited it today there. So if we take a look at what that returned in terms of open till close, 15%, and that was across the space of 3 days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and then some of Thursday as well. But it did get as high as 17, 18%. But yeah, like we've mentioned so far this week, the 10-minute has been superb this week, whether it be on Bitcoin, large caps, and then even moving over to some mid caps. The 10-minute caught the move before it went. So that is the 10-minute covered on Solana, and then if we move over to ETH, it's a similar story, which ETH is starting to gather some momentum. As you can see, it's 2.5% up today. Bitcoin's down 1.2. Solana's not really moved. And this was a much more recent trade than the last. So this only opened on Wednesday and has continued to ride. Like you say, it didn't close out here, it caught the rest of the move and it's still open at the moment. So if we have a look at what it's currently doing, it's caught just shy of a 12% move, but has gone as high as 15, nearly 16%. And that is on ETH on the 10-minute again. So yeah, we'll check back like we've been doing tomorrow, and we'll see whether the 10-minute on ETH is still open or where it's at, where it closed. So the next one we're going to shuffle over to is Doge. We've covered Doge quite a bit this week, but it's just to show you that the 10-minute chart is now closed out on Doge for the green background, which caught the absolute monster move this week. So it eventually closed at a 25% gain. Did get as high as 40+%, but for the span of a couple of days, 25% move is superb. And most notably, it is still. Oh no, it's not. What is it? Oh, it's the 1 hour. Sorry, not the 30-minute. Still open on the 1 hour, and it's still riding the move. So if we get a reversal on Doge, the 1 hour is most likely going to catch it to the upside. So that's Doge covered so far. We've covered ETH, Solana, ZEC, and Bitcoin. So the next one we'll move over to is Ave, which we did cover yesterday because it was one of the biggest gainers. But it's had even more of a move since yesterday. So if we go down to the most recent indications, obviously, we had this minor loss here. Oops, meant to click the brush. We had this minor loss here, but then Stonksy cut it, saw that there was danger to the downside. So like we've previously discussed, Stonksy's not always just about making profit. It's about analysing danger and telling you, when momentum is going to accelerate to one side and getting out of it. So if you was in a long here and Stonksy turned red there, it saved you much further of a loss than dropping down all the way to here. So it got into the red there, closed out there, flipped green, and then has continued to ride the move to the upside. So we are currently at 34% on that RV move on a 30-minute and has been as high as 40+%. Yeah, I will add it to the list, Hussein. So Solana, we've just covered the 10 minutes. I'll get some more up and I'll add Say to the list now for you. Let me just added Say to the list. So yeah, so that's RV, still riding it. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on that and come back to it. And then another one for RV we've got is the 5 minute, I believe. Yeah, so the 5 minute also caught it. So it's not just the higher time frames. You've got things like the 5 minute, which, as you can see, it got into the green background pretty much around the same time and rode it all the way to top, apart from the green did close there. So if you was on the 5 minute and you happened to get in it, it did close out at 40%, which is phenomenal considering that's just across Tuesday to Thursday. So that's 3 days, guys. 3 days, 40% move on RV. For most people, that's enough to just do one trade a week, or, depending on the size, potentially one every 2 weeks. Does it cover VeChain? Yeah, it can cover VeChain as long as VeChain is a VeChain. Is it VET? VeChain, yeah, it's there. So I can pull that up. I'll add it to the list. Let's see, VeChain. Can you please pull up Gala on any time frame? I'll add it to the list, McMurran. I'm getting quite a few requests today. Keep them coming. Yeah, I've added Gala to the list, so we will look at Gala as well. So that's RV covered. Current movements on RV. So it's still riding the 30-minute and the 5 minute closed out at 40% across a 3-day time frame, which is phenomenal, really. That's something that the market has been starved of for quite a few months, a 40% move, and Stonksy caught it like it's caught many of the others this week. And most notably, Stonksy got in before the real upside move started to occur, which is what you've seen so far this week on the 10-minute as well. So LDO is another one we're going to look at now on the 5 minute. So another one that's been closed out on the 5 minute. And another one where Stonksy originally got into the red background, saw that momentum was going to the upside. So in there, cut it there, flipped green, and more than made up for the loss. Would have made up for its loss there, but carried on riding it and eventually closed out for a 38% move on LDO, and that's on the 5 minute chart. So if we scale upwards now to the 1 hour, still open on the 1 hour. LDO is currently undergoing a bit of a retrace, but it's still open on the 1 hour, but the 5 minute is closed. And in the event that it flips back to the upside, the 1 hour will catch the move upwards, as will probably the lower time frames will flip green again. But thank you very much for everyone who's joined so far. If you do have any questions, just pop them in the chat and I will get to them for you. I will have to set up some sort of bot. I imagine it's probably easy. That will just post the Stonksy link into the chat automatically. So I will have a look at that after today's stream on how to get that working. But it should be pretty easy just to get the link to the website posted every 5 or 10 minutes or so. And the YouTube, but you should know where the YouTube is because obviously you'll be watching. So yeah, that's LDO, and then the next one we're going to move on to is ARB. So ARB is one of the. It's not a massive gainer today, but it is on the list. So if we have a look at ARB recently, it's had some real good indications. So as you can see, at the end of October, red background on the hour, caught all the move down, closed out there, flipped green, caught the push back up. Most importantly, came back into sort of that level there, which if you just had a few basic SR lines drawn out, you could have closed that manually, but still ended up closing just in a slight profit. But you shouldn't have took a loss on that anyway, because as soon as it moves to the upside there, your stop loss should be brought right up to entry. We had a couple of very short-lived ones, and then again into the red background there, big drop caught, closed into green, and is currently riding the trend at the moment. So if we have a look at where it got in, that's not the right one, sorry. So the green opened there, and it currently at just over 12% move on ARB on the 1 hour, and as high as 17%, and that is still open. And then if we scale down to the 10 minutes on ARB, again, another example of the 10-minute, guys. This week has been nothing short of superb. If you want to see more of the 10-minute, you can either go back and watch the live streams, or if you want to save yourself some time, just head over to the Twitter and go through the media posts. And a lot of them this week have been the 10-minute chart, because it's just worked like a dream. Like I mentioned before, it got in before the move occurred. So opened red there on Tuesday, and it's still green. Open green, sorry. And it's still green now. And if we have a look at what it's currently returning, 17%, and that's on the 10-minute and still open, but as high as up to 23%. So another superb move, and just an example, just a handful of altcoins and even Bitcoin, and it's caught the absolute monster moves this week. So that is ARB that we've just covered there. So there's a few more to cover, and then we'll get to the requested ones, and we'll have a look to see what they're doing. So the next one is HOT that we're going to be looking at on the 1 hour. So if we have a look at HOT's another of the big gainers today, I believe, is it? Not really, but it was on the list anyway. I think it was in around about the top 5 or top 10. A lot of them aren't moving today. We've just got a few minor ones. But as we can see on the 1 hour with HOT, some of them have been hit and miss recently. Some of them have ended up closing in profit. Some of them have gone into profit and closed at break even. But if we scale down and look at the last 2 moves on HOT, into the red there, caught the move down over the weekend, which was seen across the board on Stonksy catching this move down that we had, just as the market was flushing people out. Flipped green on Wednesday, and is currently, if we have a look, just over 10% up, and as high as 15-16%. And then on the reversal, the one before, closed at a 4% gain. So if you would have closed manually, potentially down to 10%. So that is HOT. Not probably one with the biggest volume, but still inside the top 100. Much like AR. So if we have a look at AR, again, this is another example of where Stonksy has you back. So, like I mentioned before, sometimes it's not always about profits, it's about reducing the losses as much as you can. So Stonksy got into the long here, initial bounce, started to roll over. Stonksy saw that the move was to the downside, cut the green background. Yeah, Stonksy's doing fantastic, Jordan. Really, really good this week, especially on the 10-minute. Cut the green background there. So in the grand scheme of things, you could look at that as a loss, or you could look at it as it's saved you from having all this drawdown all the way down here. So it's about how you look at things. You want to avoid as much loss as possible and win as much as possible. So it cut it for a very minor loss, then into the red background there. Caught the move all the way down, 18%. Eventually closed at just over 8. and then shifted into the green and is still open at the moment. So if we have a look at that, currently just over 15% on AR and as high as just over 20, but that is still open on the 1 hour. So if we scale down a little bit more to the 15 minute caught just a bit more of the move. So it got in slightly before the 1 hour. I believe, yeah, 18% there and as high as 24. So that's an example of how you can just flip through time frames. Some of them will say the exact same thing, just others will obviously move quicker because of a shorter time frame. And then if we scale down to the 10 minute, again, this is another one for the 10-minute wins this week. I know the 10-minute is one of Jordan's favourites, but this is just across the board, getting in before the move and is still open on AR. And on the 10-minute time frame, that's just over 20% move and as high as nearly 27. So you can see what we've covered today. Nearly all of them, the 10-minute time frame has been magic this week. And a lot of them have still open. So if we begin to push higher, Stonks is going to catch that as well. So that's all that I had planned for today. So we will move now on to the ones that has been requested. So if we have a look at Say was the first one. So there's nothing on the 10-minute really. Not recently anyway. If we have a look at the 15-minute, no, a couple of short-lived ones. So the 30-minute is a good one for you. Who was it that requested Say? Hussein. Here you go, Hussein. So last Thursday, entered the red on the 30-minute and caught all the move down on Stonksy. So from where it opened there, eventually closed at a 10% gain to the downside and then as low as 15%. So as soon as the new time frame starts, depending on colour, you choose your position. Yeah. So you want to the background colour is solidified on the candle close. So you don't want to move if it's flickering or maybe going from one between the two. You want to wait. So for instance, I'll just show you an example. So where this red is here, if this, say that this whole phase was green, if this candle here was flicking between green and red, and you was watching it, you wouldn't want to move on that yet. You would want to wait for the candle to close to then signify the next phase. So where the red background closed here, you want to wait for this one to close white if it's flicking between red and white, and then then the phase of the red background is ended because then that's closed white, signaling that that phase of red is over. So you want to wait for the background to close if it's flicking between colours, or if it is, say, red and the active candle is green, you want to wait for that candle to close to then signify, right, the shift from red to green has occurred. So that is on Say. Let's see if the 1 hour is saying anything. Yeah, so here you go, Hussein. There's some more for you. That is a random line I must have drawn on this chart. So this was a break-even trade, obviously gave some profit. So hopefully, you would take some of that. But into the red background there, caught a real big move down. So let's see. So eventually closed out there 14%, went as low as 18 plus. Then entered the green there. Again, nice bounce. 10%. Closed around break even, but again, you on a 10% move, you want to be obviously taking some profits along the way, moving your stop loss up to entry, so there's no risk. Then we had a few short-lived ones on the 1 hour. Then again, into the red background, caught a really nice, again, drop down, plus 10%. Eventually closed at 5, but that's nothing to be sniffed at over the course of 3 or 4 days, especially if you've got some size on there. And then, again, flipped from red to green and is currently riding the trend on the 1 hour. So we are currently at, on the 1 hour, just over 11% on say, and has been as high as 18. So that is another one for you, and that is say. So the next requested one was VeChain. I used to hold VeChain in the type in VeChain in the last bull market. I'm guessing, who was it that asked for VeChain? Neil. So I'm guessing you're still holding, Neil. Did you hold that in the last bull market? I ended up getting rid of mine, but yeah, I remember that was probably one of the first ones that I bought, I think. Anyway, this is on the 1 hour. So last Thursday, Stonksy entered the red background there, closed out there. So from there all the way down, 11, as low as nearly 13%, and then eventually closed at 8. And that was from Thursday to Tuesday this week. And then, as you can see, Stonksy caught the reversal perfectly. So it saw that momentum was going back to the upside, cut the red background, into the green, and we are currently at nearly 5% move back up, but as high as 8, and it's still open. So if VeChain gets a nice bounce back, Stonksy's going to capture it. So this is an example, especially like on RV that we covered on the 30-minute of Stonksy catching the yo-yo bounce. So obviously yo-yo, so in, down, and then sees it's going back to the upside, flips to the other colour, and then catches the reversal back up. So yeah, I don't know if that's actually called a yo-yo bounce or not, but that's the first thing that come into my head anyway. Just down and straight back up, and Stonksy caught it, and that was the same on RV, apart from the RV move was a little bit bigger on both sides, which is nice. So that's VeChain covered. Let's have a look. We'll just scale down to a different time frame. So yeah, it'd be the same thing. So caught the move on the 30-minute as well, down, and then saw that the momentum was going back to the upside, flipped into the green, and has caught the move up. So then the other one requested was Gala, wasn't it? Let's suppose we could have a look at it. Let's see if it caught the 10 on this as well. Yeah, there you go. There's the 10-minute magic again. So that's another one for the 10-minute this week. Tuesday, right before the move, into the green background, has just closed it today and gone red, which is now still in a profit, even though it's making a little move back up. So another win for the 10-minute time frame this week, and closed at 11% to the upside, but did go as high as nearly 14, and is just flipped red, went down to probably a nice bit of profit, and is still in it at the moment. So that is another one for the 10-minute time frames this week. So the last one that's been requested is Gala. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Gala. So there's nothing on the 10-minute. The 30-minute. There we go again. See, you can see the pattern, can't you? Over pretty much everything that we've covered. Stonksy's caught the drop down and then the reversal. So this is the 30-minute in mid last week, towards late last week. Caught the drop down over the weekend. So looks like it's gone back to the upside here. Closed the red into green and caught the reversal back up. So who was it who requested Gala? Let's see. McMurran. So this one's for you. So that's the recent movements on Gala with Stonksy. 12% move down from open till close on the red, as low as 17, 18, 16%. And then currently, with the background still open, catching the reversal of 15% as high as 20 with it still open. So there's two moves over the past week where you could have just gone bang down, okay, cut, take the profits off the table, into long, catch the reversal all the way back up. You're very welcome. And let's see the 1 hour. So yeah, similar story on the 1 hour. It's just obviously more compacted, isn't it? So you've got the move back up. You've got a bit of indecision there, but no loss there. They'll have been basically break even or, very minor. But again, caught the move down over the weekend. These are the same. Just in and out. Not much risk on the table there. Over here, into the red background there. Caught nice one to the downside there, 11%, potentially down to 15. Move up there, eventually close around break even, but if you're taking profits on the way, stop loss up to your entry, you're not at risk of losing anything. Yeah, so the white parts is no action. So the white parts is just when the Stonksy doesn't think there's anything going on that particular time frame. So that's Gala. Yeah, and I don't think it's in a minor 10-minute one there, but nothing much else doing on Gala apart from the 30-minute and the 1 hour. Do I think the 1 hour is the best time frame to follow? I think it depends on what type of trader you are. So if you're more of a, you're setting a trade and you may be looking to leave it open for a few days, maybe a week or so, then the 1 hour, is good. Obviously, we've seen the 10-minute this week take trades that you would potentially wait a couple of weeks for. And the 1 hour did follow him. Obviously, the 10-minute got in a little bit earlier on some. But if you're looking for maybe some higher time frame trades, 1 hour, 4 hours, not a bad one to look at. Obviously, you're probably planning for weeks in advance then and holding it. But if you're more of a in and out, a bit of a scalper, maybe a day trader, 10-minute definitely. The 10-minute this week has been superb. The 15-minute, the 30-minute, and then if you can be in and out of trades quick and you're at the charts all day, the 3-minute, like I covered. So if we go to the 3-minute for your curve, if we go here and the 3-minute time frame, I think is a really good one for scalping. Obviously, it depends on the fees. So you would obviously not want to be losing a lot of your profit to fees. But if we just look over today and a bit of yesterday, there's a few in there where it comes at break even, but nice drop there, bounce there. That was break even. That was in profit. They open and close very quickly. That's a nice scalp. That one as well. That one. That was in profit as well. So obviously you don't want to be losing all your profit to fees. So you'd either have to be trading on an exchange with fairly low fees, or maybe I think you can reduce them, can't you, if you hold some of the exchange token? I'm not sure because I don't do that. And then the 5-minute as well. The 5-minute caught a real nice one there. But in terms of obviously frequency, if you like to trade all throughout the day constantly, the 3-minute, and then you could even scale down to the 1 minute. Good morning, Fever. Thank you very much for joining. We've got Fever in the house. Where is he? Good morning to you, sir, across the pond. How are you doing? So Neil has said, I'd like to get Stonksy to trade with, but we'll only be starting with a really small amount, unfortunately. That's fine. You can start with a small amount. What you can look at, Neil, is compounding. So even if you're starting with a small amount, like Fever's just put in the chat, even if you start with a small amount, you can turn a small amount into a big amount faster than you probably think. With the power of compounding. Steve, late lunch for me, but looking good. Thank you, Steve. I didn't know that you could see me. I hope you're doing well. I've got my two favourite Americans in here now, Steve and Fever. Yeah, so you can turn a small amount into a big amount, obviously. But what I would suggest, Neil, is you're looking to just apply in a good risk management system. So you don't want to go in there and have your whole account on risk straight away. One of the best traders that we know adopts a 1R3R approach, which is obviously slow at first, but with the power of compounding, and the idea of that is you're risking 1% of your account. So if you were starting with $100, the stop loss would be losing a maximum of $1, and then you'd be gaining $3. But then the idea of that is you go then so you win your first trade, then your next one is $103, isn't it? So then you've got $103 to put into the next trade, and then it just slowly builds up. But then after a good few, you can turn that into a good amount. Obviously, you have to have patience. But if you've only got a small amount to play with in the first place, then you just got to work with what you've got, haven't you? There's not much else you can do. But Stonksy is it's been fantastic this week. It's been nothing short of superb. So it would be great to have you on the Stonksy team, and we would welcome you with open arms. Yeah. So Gustav said you can try prop firm trading. So you have to obviously pass the tests to show them that they're willing to give you money to play with. But yeah, if you've got a good idea of trading and you apply Stonksy to that as well, there's no reason why you couldn't get a funded account on a prop firm. There we go. Yeah, use Stonksy to pass the test. Use Stonksy to pass the prop firm test. Could do that. We actually had a guy say that he did pass a test for a funded account, but he was trading NASDAQ. So yeah, he was trading NQ for that, which was interesting. But another thing I'm going to be wanting to do is obviously show you more than just crypto, because obviously Stonksy does everything. So we're going to start incorporating FX. We'll look at some stocks. We'll look at the S&P 500, NASDAQ. We'll look at gold, silver. Alerts. We've got alerts. Alerts are on, Neil. Alerts are out now. So to anyone who's on here who doesn't know, alerts are out. Let me go and drop the link in. I will drop the link in now for you. Here we go. Copy link. So yeah, after the stream, go and head to the YouTube. But just go on the YouTube. I've dropped the link in anyway. But just go onto the YouTube channel, and it's the latest video posted. How to use alerts, and like Maths just said, the alerts are a game changer. Yeah, the superb. It was a widely requested thing from the users and the community, and we delivered. So users ask, we deliver for Stonksy, and there's plenty more in development and in the pipeline coming as well. So we are taking the best and we are making it better, and we'll carry on doing that. Yep, it works on mobile. So if you've got TradingView on your mobile, you can just add it to that. But if you've got TradingView, say, loaded on your desktop, once you load it onto one account on one thing, it will be on others anyway. So if you signed into your desktop and your mobile and maybe even your iPad, once you add Stonksy to one of them, as long as obviously they're all on the same TradingView account, it'll load automatically on the rest of the devices because you're on the same account. And Fever said, completely agree, Math. I don't have to start the chart now. Phone dings and the alert says go. Yeah. And that's what it is. You know, it was widely requested. So we got it done. If you sign up to Stonksy, do you have a Discord? So group? Yes. So this is another thing coming. So the Discord is nearly ready. So we're going to have a Discord for all the users. I think it's going to be open as well, just for other people to join. But we'll have dedicated channels just for Stonksy users, where we'll assign roles if you've got Stonksy and things like that. So all Stonksy users can just chat in one place. Obviously, we've got the Crypto Saving Expert Discord, but a Stonksy Discord is nearly done. It's just some finishing touches going to it and testing, just to make sure the bots and things work. And then that will be open and a place where the Stonksy community can all just come into one place, talk about trades, tell each other what's going on with Stonksy, things like that. Yes, me too. It will be good. It'll be a good time, and we'll get a lot of things going on in there too. So the Discord is something to look forward to, and should be out very soon. Yeah, hopefully that will be done and released next week for everyone to join. So watch this space. And like I said, you know, we've got loads going on. Obviously, the alerts was the heavily requested thing and the thing that we needed to push out first. So that's what we did. And then we've got a few other things going on in the background, the Discord. So yeah, the next few months are going to be really exciting for Stonksy users. But yeah, Neil, if you decide to join, we give you full setup instructions upon joining, and you can always email in and ask any questions. But yeah, we will have the Discord open, and that will be massive for people just helping each other out, or one of us on the Stonksy team to jump in and just answer questions, or you know, maybe we get like a live webinar going like this. Endless, but yeah, it'd be good for sure. So we've been going 45 minutes now, and yeah, we are getting a nice Bitcoin pump. So we will see if we can break the current high today. Obviously 7 p.m. So if anyone doesn't know, 7 p.m. today is the rate decision announcement. So what the Fed is going to do. So we will soon see. I think it's heavily swayed to a 25 basis point cut, I think that is the Renard expectation. Anything else would be a shock. Could be wrong on that, but I'm sure it's 25 basis points. Might be 50, but I think it's 25. That is the widely expected decision. But yeah, so that's something to keep an eye out tonight for a potential influx of volatility around that. But hopefully we will get continuation towards $80,000 for one Bitcoin into next week. And then, yeah, we will hopefully carry on riding it, but we will see what happens. If anyone else has any questions, just drop them in the chat. I'm not sure, Fever. Should we have a look? Let's have a look. It might be 50. I might be wrong. CME Group, FedWatch tool. Let's see. Let's see what it is. So yeah, 3 hours 35 minutes. It might be 50. I might be wrong. I don't. So the current. No. So yeah, no, it's 25. Yeah, 25. It is, Fever, and it's 98.7% probability with a 51.3. So yeah, it's going to be either the expectation or the market's in for a shock. So we will see. And just before we'll go, let's have a look at what we've posted. So we've got this thread on at the moment. If you don't follow Stonksy, make sure you go and drop us a follow. If you didn't see, we've had one of the Stonksy users here. He was on 26 winning trades in a row. So he was on a 26 win streak. And I stopped counting after that, I believe, just because he got to so many. But these are all of them. There's the evidence, the proof's in the pudding. And he was on 26 wins in a row with Stonksy. So I'm going to try and get him on the live stream just to discuss his strategy and how he's gone about that. Obviously, here's the Zek one that was caught by Stonksy, the ETH one. So, yeah, some really good movements off Stonksy this week. What's that about? What do you mean, Neil? What's what about? I need a new car. That is my aim. What type of car are you after? Well, what's the goal? We'll see how high you want to try and build your trading account then. The CME thing. So the CME thing is just it's the probability of the Fed's rate decision today. So at 7 p.m. UTC time, the Fed will announce the decision on interest rates for the US. So yeah, it's widely expected that they're going to reduce rates by 25 basis points. It's annoying, yeah. So yeah, I believe, but yeah, curve. If you've got the free one, wait for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Yeah, like Fever's just said, they do a massive sale on the premium trading accounts. So if you're looking to get one, if obviously if you can bear holding off another week or two, to use more than one alert, then you'll be able to pick yourself up a nice deal on a premium trading view account. I think last year they did about, I think it was about 40-50% off to pick up. Yeah, trading view, yeah. So Neil, you can only add on a free trading view plan, you can only add one alert at a time. So obviously for using Stonksy, unless maybe you just wanting to know when it goes in one direction on a high time frame, if you're looking to maybe trade the 10-minute or the 30-minute or whatever, it would be a pain to then have to go in and reassign them and things like that. Where if you've got a premium one, you can just set the alerts to basically just tell you when it does anything. But yeah, TradingView, they'll have a big sale on Black Friday and Cyber Monday at the end of this month. So yeah, we've been going 50 minutes. If anyone's got any final questions, just drop them in. Otherwise, we'll finish the stream there, and we'll look forward to the last one of the week tomorrow, and we'll see what the market's doing, and we'll see the reaction over to the interest rate decision today. So yeah, if you've got any final questions, just drop in. But big thank you. We've still got 15 in, which is thanks for your help, dude. No, thank you, Neil. Thank you for joining the stream and supporting and bringing some conversation. And thanks to Fever, Curve. We've had a few more earlier on. That was in the chat as well. But thank you very much for everyone who's joined. And we've still got 15 in, which is good. Appreciate the time spent to go through this, mate. No problem at all. Like I say, I'm here every day, and I hope to see you guys coming back because it creates some good discussion, and it's good obviously for me to have some people to chat to and answer questions instead of just talking to myself all the time. So yeah, it makes the streams much more enjoyable for me to have some people in here. Big up the Fever. Yeah, me too. They're good. We only started them last Thursday, so obviously we've done Thursday, Friday last week, and then we've done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. But yeah, I'm loving doing it. It's really good. I'm loving jumping on these every day. And Elfish is still here. Big up, Elfish. Thank you very much for joining. I think you was the first one to join today, wasn't you? So yeah, Thank you very much for joining as well, Elfish. But yeah, do make sure you come back every day, guys. If you want to catch me, obviously when I first go live, just hit the notification bell on the YouTube channel. That'll give you an alert when I go live, and also we are starting to push out more content from next week. So we're going to have 2 to 3 pre-made videos like we've already got on the channel going out. So you'll be able to get alerts for them as soon as they go up as well. So yeah, hit the notification bell. That'll tell you when I go live each day, so you can jump in and you don't miss it. And then yeah, any pre-made videos like we've already got up there, you'll be able to catch them as soon as they go out as well. Huge Elfish W in the chat, yes. But yeah, as Fever said, it was a great stream. It was good chatting, guys. We're going 53 minutes or nearly an hour, which has been fantastic, and we've had some really good discussion this week. And Neil, yeah, hopefully get to see you on Team Stonksy soon. If you have any other questions, just drop an email in and I'll get to you. But thank you very much for joining, everyone. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a nice rest of your day or evening. And I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow for Friday stream. So, yeah, catch you all tomorrow.